Do you know how to keep your pipes from freezing in a power outage? We're going to explore that right now. Hey Provident Preppers, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Kylene. And in today's video, we are going to talk about how to keep your pipes from freezing during a power outage. Now, this is something that has been requested by our viewers over and over again because we make a lot of videos about how to keep from freezing in the winter, but we don't usually talk about the pipes. So Jonathan, help me understand, why would it be so important for my pipes not to freeze?
Well, because my wife likes running water.
Yes.
When those pipes freeze, they stop running, so that's just inconvenient. Now, when they freeze enough that they burst the pipes, then you've got a huge problem. Then you've got a mess. You've got not only the inability to get water, but you've got a mess to clean up and perhaps mold and other things that are going to come along with that. So this is a big deal. This is something that we need to address, and it should be done sooner than later.
And a couple of years ago, we had one of our external hose bibs freeze. Well, I think it freeze. Anyway, it broke and it flooded our entire basement. We had to replace all of the flooring. It was seriously very much a nightmare. So yeah, and back in Texas when they had that polar vortex, people had to spend tens of thousands of dollars repairing their plumbing system and mitigating the damage that had occurred because of all the water damage and stuff. So we're going to show you a few things that might seem like they're a little bit expensive, but when you look at the big picture, it's not. So John, what can we do? How can I keep my pipes from freezing when I don't have power?
Well, first of all, let's figure out, have you had problems in the past? If you've had problems in the past, that's indicative that you have some issues that you need to address. Now, in a power outage, when you don't have the ability to heat like you normally do, those are going to be exacerbated even more. So we need to identify those spots that are a problem, and these occur usually sometimes attics, sometimes water lines are run through attics, which in my opinion is just a terrible decision, but sometimes that happens. So sometimes you've got water lines there, sometimes they're in the outside walls where there's not a lot of insulation sometimes. So those are the most common spots that you're going to have a problem. Maybe you have a crawl space, and those are somewhat difficult to deal with. Anywhere where you're going to have really cold temperatures against a pipe, that's where you're going to have some issues.
Yeah. So, and in other words, if I live in Phoenix, I really don't need to worry much about this.
Yeah.
But living in Utah where we live, it's a problem. What exactly can I do to keep my pipes from freezing?
Okay, so there are some things that we can do. If you know that you've got a problem, I love this pipe insulation. This is split foam, and you can just snap that around the pipe. It just is so easy to put on.
Okay, these look like pool noodles at the dollar store. So if I got a pool noodle at the dollar store, would it do the same thing?
Yeah, essentially, it's the same kind of material.
Okay.
Now, usually those are bigger. This one here happens to be a 1/2 inch. You can get them in 1/2, 3/4, 1 inch, 1 1/4, and maybe probably even bigger than that, but those are the common sizes for residential housing.
How much did you pay for this?
It's only about $4 or $5.
Okay.
So it's really pretty cheap to get this and put it in places where you need that. So that is certainly one really good option. I love that stuff. This is another option. This is pipe wrap. So this is just an alternative to this foam insulation. This is a fiberglass, just a thin fiberglass that you can wrap around, and then it's got the plastic overwrap that will go over that. Not as easy to put on, and probably not quite as effective. I really like this foam. It just snaps on the pipes real easily. So you also have options like this heat tape. This heat tape is just an electrical. So you would, in a power outage, you're not going to be able to run it off your normal wall power, but you could run it off of this power station. This takes about 7 watts per foot, so not terribly expensive. This roll of 9 feet is about 63 watts, which is the same as basically 6 light bulbs. Probably the best thing that I like is just leaving your tap running just a little bit. Now, you don't want to do that a lot for the sake of your water bill or wasting water, but just leaving that on, just a small stream, almost a drip even, is enough to keep water moving in there. Your city water system water is typically going to be around 50 degrees. So, you know, obviously that's 18 degrees above freezing. So that's going to allow that warmth to kind of keep that. Now, if that water sits for a long time without moving, that's when you're going to have it freeze.
Okay, so I have one more question about insulation. So these like totally cool, and I understand that it wraps the pipes directly, but if my pipes are in a wall, can I just put a ton of regular insulation in there and just pack it in through the whole wall?
Well, that's going to be kind of difficult. You could insulate that wall more. You could use a foam insulation that you spray in, which is more effective than typically than the packed in insulation. But if you have the ability to get to those pipes, to get to that area, yeah, you could pack insulation in there, and that would certainly help.
So I have to tell you a little secret about our family. Every time we go on vacation anywhere, John turns off the water and he drains the pipes in the house, just in case we don't come back when we think we're going to come back. He doesn't want the pipes frozen, or in case something leaks, he doesn't want the damage. So teach him. Why do you do that?
Because I'm an engineer, and I've heard a lot of stories about people going on vacation and coming back and finding a foot of water in their basement. That's just, to me, it's just a 2-minute job to turn that water off. And that brings us to another thing that we ought to talk about. If you're in winter and your power's out and for some reason you have to leave, you have to evacuate to somewhere else, you will want to drain the water from the pipes in your house. You'll want to get to the lowest point you can and drain all that water out, because if that's sitting there in that cold for weeks or months, you are definitely going to have some problems. You're going to break pipes, and then you've got a really expensive, messy job on your hands.
Okay, so tell me how I would do that. Okay, we have a 2-story house. Well, it's not 2-story, it's a main level, and then it has a basement. So how would I drain the water in our pipes?
Okay, so the first thing, you're going to turn off the water at the source. In our case, I like to turn it off out at the municipal connection, out at our meter. I turn that off, and then it's just a matter of finding a low spot in the house and allowing that water to drain out. You'll need to open a tap, because you'll have a suction issue that won't let that water drain until you open a tap, and then that water can all flow out. And then you've got that, and your whole house probably has, you know, maybe 5 gallons of water in all the pipes, probably not even that much. But so you're just going to have a bucket under that tap or let it go down a drain. In our case, we have a place where we have a tap that can just drain the whole house. And I just don't put it in a bucket because I don't have a drain right there, but I put it in a bucket and put it down a drain. So
somebody in our similar situation, they could drain the pipes just by turning off the water at the source and then opening the lowest tap, which is like our bathroom, just turning it on until all the water runs out.
Yeah, and you'll want to open a tap upstairs to allow air to get that water to drain out.
Okay, so in conclusion, John, what are the things that we need to do to prepare so that our water won't freeze during a power outage?
Okay, so let's just start right from where we are right now. If you know you've got some problem areas, let's get them fixed. Let's not wait until we have a power outage when it's really going to be a problem. Let's use whatever kind of insulation, heat tape, and recognizing that you're not going to have regular power for this, so you're going to have some backup power. And just know that you should leave those water taps running a little bit.
Yeah, great. So now, for the question of the day, what are you going to do so that when the power's out, your pipes don't freeze? Comment below. And thanks for being part of the solution.